Hi everyone. Hope you all are having an amazing time wherever you're watching from. So there's something going on in Nigeria right now, and it has been actually going on for a while. It's a tribal war, but it's not a real war, but it's a war we fight on social media, and it's been crazy. I see people labeling us as tribalists. We Yoruba people. Before we actually proceed, I would like to check the meaning of tribalist or tribalism. So, according to Google, tribalist is an advocate or practitioner of strong loyalty to one's own tribe or social group. Wow. I mean, if that is the definition of tribalist, then obviously we are all guilty of this. you know, as Nigerians, we are all kind of maybe loyal to our tribes, even to our religion as well. So, if that is the definition of tribalist or tribalism, then obviously we are all guilty. When you come out and call us deluded, when you come out and call us stupid and call us names, when you come out and boldly accuse us Yorubas as tribalist, you know, it's kind of disrespectful to some of us or to a lot of Yoruba people, you know, because at the end of the day, we don't think the same, we don't act the same. So after the last general election, I actually see that everything blew out of proportion. We started attacking ourselves on social media, we started calling ourselves names, and why do we do this? Just trying to score a cheap point, trying to score a cheap score on maybe Instagram or Twitter. Because at the end of the day, if the only reason you call us tribalists is the definition I read earlier, then we are all in the same boat. It's just kettle calling the pot black. They are both black. First of all, let's talk about why things actually blew out of proportion after the general election. As we all know that the current president of Nigeria is Tinubu, which a lot of Yorubas, especially the young Yorubas, actually do not, endorse to begin with. Because some of us felt like, okay, is he the right leader for us? Some of us actually felt like, okay, what does Tinubu has to offer? I personally think Tinubu's government is going to be as useless as Buhari's or even worse than Buhari's government, because before the general election, I remember every time I go out or every time I hang out with my friends, we have this conversation where they feel like Tinubu is the answer. They feel like Tinubu is the right man, but I always feel like, okay, I don't think he's the right man for the job. Hadn't been I was home to vote, I wasn't going to vote for Tinubu. Neither am I going to vote for Atiku. Who would I have voted for? I would have voted probably for Obi, not because Peter Obi is my first choice, but because I feel like Peter Obi is the only way to stop Tinubu and Atiku from being my president. Who is my first choice? My first choice for the past few years has always remained the same: Omoyele Sowore. So you can call me names, you can call me whatever you want, because I chose Sowore over Peter Obi. But would I have voted for Sowore? No, because I feel like Sowore doesn't really have a chance to win the election. So why waste my vote when I can vote for Obi and give Tinubu or Atiku a tough time to or a slim chance to be the president? Most of you call us tribalists because a lot of Yorubas actually voted Tinubu. I mean, tell me, a lot of Igbos voted Peter Obi. A lot of Hausas voted for an Hausa man. I mean, it's Africa, it's Nigeria, that's how it's always been. We are somehow loyal to our tribe, sometimes to our religion, because we feel kind of attached. But doesn't mean that you have to disrespect a whole tribe just because your feelings were hurt. That's not how to go about things. It's kind of disrespectful when you come out and call us names. What I'm saying is you can't bullshit or condemn a whole tribe just because some or majority fail to support your preferred candidate. Come to think of it, after the general election, you realize that Peter Obi actually won in the biggest Yoruba land, which is Lagos State. And if you look at the places where Tinubu actually won in the southeast, then you see that the elections were actually rigged for Tinubu, not because people voted for him, which means if you call us names, if you call us tribalists because Tinubu won in majority of Yoruba land, are you not being an hypocrite because you wouldn't call your own tribe tribalist? I mean, Obi literally won the whole southeast, but you didn't see us coming out calling you names because we understand it's politics. At the end of the day, people have choices and you have yours, they have theirs. The other election which actually made people call us names was the Lagos State governorship election, where a lot of people wouldn't vote for Gbadebo because he's affiliated or because he has an Igbo heritage, which to me, I think it's not true. This is Lagos State and people of Lagos State voted for who they think is the best choice. It's the best candidate, to govern Lagos State. And when we look at it from this angle, a general election where we are electing a president who is the first citizen of the country is different from the state election, because the state election at the end of the day is just all about grassroots. You understand? Me personally, as a Yoruba man, I wouldn't vote Tinubu to be my president, but I might end up voting for Gbadebo to govern Lagos State. Why? Because I don't want godfatherism to keep on, governing Lagos State. If for that reason alone, does that make the rest who actually voted Sanwo-Olu tribalists? No. They felt like probably Sanwo-Olu would be the best person to govern Lagos State. That's their choice. If it comes down to me, I wouldn't vote Sanwo-Olu, but someone else would vote Sanwo-Olu. At the end of the day, it's politics. Majority carries the vote. In contest, unless we are just being hypocrites, the same thing will happen to me. Imagine if my mom was from maybe Anambra State and my name is Ayo Tade Chukwudi, and I'm in Anambra State contesting for the governor and my name is Ayo Tade Chukwudi. I can outrightly tell you that 80% or 70% of people of Anambra State wouldn't vote me just because of the Ayo Tade, because they realized that I'm not fully from Anambra State, even though one of my parents is from Anambra State, but they could still actually see that I'm not a fully bred Anambra person. You understand? That's how we are wired to think as Africans, because we are attached to our tribes. Unless we pull ourselves out of this attachment, then it gets difficult, and that's a conversation for another day that we are not even ready for. The reason I talked about cheap shots earlier was, after the election. I mean, during Christmas, people actually traveled to the southeast and started posting videos, started tagging, throwing shades, saying, look at the earth we live in, started comparing all these beautiful places to Yoruba lands, just to degrade us, just to ridicule us. We never said you were broke. We never said, you live in huts. No, we never said that. We are not that dumb to say people from the east are poor. No. So you throwing all these cheap shots at us is kind of disrespectful, The only reason some of us actually snapped, after the election was when people started calling our land a no man's land. I mean, how disrespectful can you be? How deluded can you be to come out and call someone heritage a no man's land? Yes, Lagos was built by many. Yes, Lagos was not just built by the Yorubas. Lagos was built by Nigerians, and we are proud as Yorubas to say yes. Lagos' success today is not just from the Yorubas. Lagos' success today is from Nigerians, from the east, north, and south. We are happy that you guys came to Lagos to invest, to make Lagos a better place, to make Lagos more conducive for business. It's a good thing. We never said we did it alone, because at the end of the day, that's who we are. We are open to people coming from various parts of Nigeria to make our environment conducive, to make our environment better for us and for them as well. Growing up, most of the businesses around me were Igbo-owned businesses. We buy clothing from Igbos. Our food, we buy them from Igbos. All these things, we could do them ourselves. But do we at the point in time feel threatened by these people? No, because we believe they are part of us. We believe we are family. You understand? Because at the end of the day, these people came far away just to live within us, just to start a family within us, which is one thing we actually appreciate and we never for once take for granted. What I'm saying is there's something called a host community. I was born and bred in Ekiti State. I was opportuned, to school in Ondo State for a few years, or for a few months rather, and when I got to Owo, to be specific, I see that people that I met started calling the people from Owo indigenes, even though we are all Yorubas, but we still respect their culture. We still respect these people. We don't say because we make their economy better. We don't say because we are students, then disrespect our host community. It doesn't work that way. Even though we are Yorubas, but we still have to respect their culture. We still have to pay homage to them. We still have to say, oh, thank you for not making our lives miserable. That's how it should be. They could make our lives miserable as students, but they never do anything to hurt us. They are always out to protect us. They are always out to support us. That's how it should be. We should be able to respect our host community. And that's all we ask for as Yoruba people. We just need that respect. So that's why you see in Yoruba land, we are more welcoming, we are more open to outsiders. Not because we are dumb, because we think that is the best way to grow. You let people come, you let people invest in your land. It's the easiest way to actually grow as people, as a community. We invite people to come to Yoruba land to invest, to bring their families to be part of us as Yoruba people. That's why you see when people come to Yoruba land and in few years they are successful in whatever they do, we don't panic. We are never jealous of them. We never actually feel threatened by the success of anyone from any part of Nigeria in Yoruba land, because it's a thing of joy for us as Yoruba people when we see people from far part of Nigeria come to Yoruba land and succeed, come to Yoruba land and have a successful business. It's a thing of joy for us. That's why we are never threatened by anyone's success. I can proudly say as a Yoruba person that it's easy to come to the Southwest today to invest and not be afraid or be scared of maybe something might go wrong with your investment. We are welcoming, we are accommodating, and that alone deserves some respect. Well, I think it's time to call it a day. I want to say a big thank you to you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section just to be part of this discussion, because I would like to hear from your own perspective as well. Because right now I'm just speaking from my own perception as a Yoruba person. It might be an Igbo man or an Hausa man that has been through a situation that I never realized. So I would like you to actually share your experience with Yorubas with me in the comment section. So it's time to embrace peace as Nigerians. It's time to give love a chance, and hopefully this gets better for Nigeria as a country, because at the end of the day, that's the only place we have to call it home. Thank you guys, and see you on the next one. Peace out.